Alright, in this lesson, we shall discuss about profit and earning. And then we shall also try and differentiate between profit and earning. And subsequently, we will talk about return on investment. After all our savings, investment, capital, turnover, everything is focused towards generating some returns on our investment. So for the sake of discussion, let us go back to the same two business which we had discussed in the previous lesson. One is the veg and fruit vendor and the other is the home appliances showroom. And if you recollect, I had said that time that for the sake of simplicity, we shall ignore the overheads and other expenses. But now, since we are going a step further, we shall consider these things. But before we proceed further, let us acquaint ourselves with certain terms connected with profit and earnings. The first which comes to mind is the cost of goods sold, COGS. This is a very important word and you will keep hearing this whenever you see any financial document. Now, what is this COGS or the cost of goods sold? It is nothing but the cost incurred by the business in procuring or making the goods. Now, for example, if you are a manufacturer, whatever the amount you incur on making those goods is called as the cost of goods sold, because ultimately you are going to sell those goods. And even if you consider, say for example, the fruits and vegetables, if a farmer is growing that product, then whatever amount he incurs on producing that goods is called as the cost of goods sold, because ultimately he is also going to sell those goods. Alright. And then comes the revenue. Revenue is the amount generated by selling those goods. First, he has incurred some cost on procuring those goods, which is called as the cost of goods sold. And then once he sells those goods, he generates a revenue. Let me give it to you with an example. Suppose this vegetable vendor, he buys things worth $100 and then sells them off for $120. So $100 becomes the cost of goods sold and $120 becomes the revenue. If that be so, then the profit or earning will be the revenue minus the cost of goods sold. It's very simple. We all understand that. And therefore, it is common understanding or it is common sense that if you have to make profit, then your revenues must be more than the cost of goods sold. Now, it may appear very simple here, but as we proceed, we will understand how complicated the cost of goods become. In the next lesson, we will discuss about that.